Yeah, hey guys, Steve over here. So back again with another guide, another advanced guide on the game Clash of Titans. So this time it's gonna be on ADCs. So if you guys have previously not seen my previous videos on how to play support and how to play mid lane, so just make sure you go down below and not in the description, but just go to my channel and you can find a link for the same where you can get to know how to play supports and how to play EDCs. So anyways, so for today's EDC, I'm just going to be telling you to play Telenas. Because why I chose Telenas, because comparatively to the other EDCs, like compared to the other complex EDCs a bit, Telenas is comparatively way easier to play. Of course, I would have recommended Valorant, because personally for me, Valorant is the best EDC, but Telenas is just going to be much more like advanced as well and a bit friendly to use as well. Because as you can see right now, right, like just look at the clip, look at me, just like I'm not even level 3 yet and look at me like doing insane amount of damage, right? Like I already get a kill on Thea and I already gonna be getting kill on Hayate as well. So I mean, this is one of the reasons why I would recommend Telenas, because I mean, insane range, insane attack speed, and insane damage as well, right? So yeah, if you guys are gonna be new to the game and like want to be playing the ADC role, I would definitely recommend you guys to just start at Paladin, Telenas, and then slowly move on to a bit complex champions like Thorn and Caffney, or let's say Hayate for a change, right? But for a start with Tel and start with 12. So anyways, I'm getting more into the guide aspect of the video. So since this is gonna be ADC guide, I'm just gonna be like very frank. First thing while playing a ADC is that, like as I've already mentioned again in all of the other guides, you need to be aware of the map at all times, right? Because just look at me, like if you watch the game right now, I made a very horrible mistake which I shouldn't have made, right? And even Rex, right? Even my support, like he ends up getting caught and we give a double kill to the opposite Hayate. So that's one thing which you need to be like very aware about. Ki you're not gonna be like, see, the only reason why I died over here was because of my bad positioning, right? So this is the first thing which you need to be aware about. Your positioning needs to be very optimal, because as ADC you need to be the primary damage dealer in your team, right? And you shouldn't be the first person to be dying as well, right? So that's the very first thing which you need to be keeping in mind, the positioning in team fights. You can't be the front liner. Understand that you're a back liner, you're supposed to be playing at the backside of the team, just dealing damage, doing few from the back. So don't die, have a decent position, just so that you maintain the lead which you have, right? So that's the first step. Always be aware of your positioning and just don't be going in the front line. No matter how juicy the kills are, don't be greedy, right? That's the second most important thing, right? And the other important thing with ADC, which I personally feel like over here, is that you need to be hitting your skills, right? Because the ADC, that's the very least you can do, right? As ADC and a mage, you need to be hitting your skills. Because I mean, ADCs basically are just tap, pew. But if you can't do that, then just consider not playing ADCs, and the ADCs are not going to be meant for you. So that's the very first thing. If you don't like to be going in the middle of the fight, if you don't want to be the one tanking and going and unleashing and engaging the fight, ADC is not going to be the right role for you. ADCs are meant for people who want to be chipping out damage, who wants to be like aware of the position, who want to be not at the front line but at the back line dealing damage, right? Then ADC is going to be the right role for you. And then understand your role, right? As an ADC, attack damage carry. Attack damage, as in you are gonna be the attack damage carry, right? And by the word carry, it literally means you are going to be the aspect which is going to be leading your team to victory, right? Because no matter how good your jungler is, no matter how good your support or mid lane is, you are going to be the primary reason why your team wins, right? And you can't afford to be playing not bad, you can't afford to be playing average as an ADC, right? Because ultimately ADCs rule the game. Like, to be very honest, ADCs rule the game, and you need to be a good ADC, right? Because over here, I made a mistake, right? Knowing they are going to be ready for a gank, you shouldn't have just gone that, and that's the reason why I'm going to be losing tower as well. And then by this, I'm going to be coming to the next point. As ADC, getting towers is going to be the most important thing which you're going to be doing, because if you understand basics of the game, you need to be getting to the enemy's core, right? And the only way you can do that is through getting the towers on the way. So as the ADC, your efforts need to be focused more towards your towers and getting the towers out, because nobody else can get towers for you, right? Your team is not going to be able to get towers. It's just going to be you as a as a ADC, like as a marksman getting towers, right? So take this as the fourth point. You need to be focusing on towers, and you need to be understanding your role, right? Because it's only going to be the ADC. It's just going to be like easy for the ADC to get towers rather than other roles, right? So get that in mind. You need to be focusing on tower, and then like after getting the towers, you need to be focusing on fights as well. So yes, and now again coming to the how to get better as ADC, right? So first thing, understand the red buff which I'm taking right now, right? The buffs, the red buff, particularly red buff, it's a really amazing buff to be having on ADCs. So it's just gonna be giving you like so much more attack damage and so much more like burn potential. So whenever necessary, take the red buff if you feel you have enough damage. Because I mean, as an ADC, you need to be having buff. I mean, it's not in early game, definitely in the late game. So like, you need to be having a tempo with the junglers, you need to be getting the buff. But that doesn't mean you need to be stealing your jungler's farm, jungler's gold. And yes, that leads us to the next point. As ADC, to be able to have damage and talking more about gold, you need to be farming the entirety of the time. You need to be having items which can help you carry the team fight, right? Because as you see right now, you need to be aware of your power spikes, right? You can't take a fight level 1, you can't take a fight level 2. You need to be understanding, you need to be playing a role, you need to be playing a champion for a long amount of time to understand when your power spike starts, right? Because I mean, as a ADC, your power spike is going to be usually starting when you have 2 items, probably 3 items or something like that, right? So you need to be aware of when you're going to be hitting your power spike, when you're going to be hitting a peak, so that you can have optimal damage, right? Because if you're not going to be knowing a power spike, you can never, completely utilize the complete potential in the game, right? So understand when power spikes and how items can be working for you. Because as the ADC, knowing about items, knowing about the crit damage, knowing about the damage potential, damage outputs you're going to be having is very, very crucial. Because just look at me right now, right? I am literally just one tapping Murad, and also like look at my damage also, right? I'm just going to be like so close, like even to like a very close to that, my damage is still coming out. The ultimates, the damage from my S1s, right? Like this is what you need to be knowing. When you're going to be getting power spiked and by what items are going to be your core items. With this, we're going to come to the next point: having enough gold, knowing a power spike, and building the right items. This is very, very crucial because more often than not, I find ADCs to be building items is recommended. Sometimes you just don't need to be going for the recommended, you need to be going for the right items. So if you guys want me to make a item guide for ADC specifically, just let me know down below in the comments and I'll be making that. And also like if you guys just watch the game right now, even though I was extremely low, I still decided to go in for the fight because I know my teammates are going to be around and it's going to be very like at a very safe position, chipping away from them, and that's exactly what I did as ADC, right? So you need to be aware of that, and you need to be not just fear around and back off just because you're low. You need to be knowing your limits, right? Because even right now, Murad was on me, but I knew my limits, and that's exactly I just went on him, right? Because Murad at any stage is often going to be enough to kill a Telenath, but you need to be confident enough in the plays, you need to be confident enough in how you're going to be playing. Over here, I overshot the bet and had a chance of killing me. So anyways, these were my few general tips for ADCs. So just to sum up all the videos, or I mean all of the tips which I, not tips exactly, but some general how to play better as ADC. The first thing is obviously going to be knowing when to play safe, knowing when to play aggressive. Like that is just going to be coming from basic awareness of the map. So like usually at 130, 140, you need to be playing safe because that's when jungler PSA rotation. So you need to be there for the objectives, and like the people are going to be around and you're going to be getting ganked. So play around the safe side for the early game of the game, early half the game, farm up, and then that comes the second point, coming up again. Farm up because only when you reach your power spike you can carry your game. Third point is that understand your role as an ADC, attack damage carry. You are the literal carry of the game, so you need to be playing as such. You can't afford to play mediocre. And then again coming how to carry the game. Right? That comes to farming up and that comes to items. Because like just look at my attack speed, right? Just tap, pew. This is what you need to be doing as ADC, right? Your auto attacks. Again, coming to the next point, you can't be missing your skills as ADC, right? Because ADC is the one damage dealer for your team. Like you should be the damage dealer, right? Because look at my damage. You look in this fight, damage is like extremely high. I think I get an ace in this fight if I'm not wrong. Because I mean that's what you're supposed to be doing as ADC. So yeah. Basically, these are the basic tips which I'm going to be giving you, and also the last most important tip which I forgot to here. just to sum up, the towers, right? As ADC, you need to be like focusing on the towers, right? Because only through towers you can win the game, and ultimately just try to end the game early. Because I mean that's what you're supposed to be doing as ADC, helping your team out and ending the game early, just so that it just doesn't become into a throw. So I hope this basic, not a very advanced guide, but a general guide on how to play ADC is better, helped you a bit. So if you guys like the content which if you guys like the content which I upload, so just make sure you subscribe down below, and also like the stream, like the thing as well. Also like comment down below, right? Because I would love to interact with all of you. So yeah, looking forward to your comments down below, and hopefully you enjoyed the video. So yeah, make sure you like and subscribe to the channel for more such quality content, and you can like check out my other guides as well on how to play supports and how to play mid lane battles. So yeah, I'll catch you guys the next time. Peace out.